And then let's start improving the areas around Ottawa. I'm going to start here on the plains. Um, okay, and I think it's about time we go to monarchy now. And the way we do that, I'll go with horseback riding. It's pretty useless, but whatever. Detroit, new. Let's go for the desert city of Regina. So this will have access to this square here and also the fish, so it won't be too bad of a city, although it might be tough at the start. Okay, and the way we change government types is we go game and revolution! Yes, we need a new government. And when this happens, you'll go through a few turns of anarchy. So anarchy is another government type here. Let me see. There you go, anarchy. So it's basically the same as despotism, but I don't think that, yeah, you don't collect taxes or get any knowledge, so if you really have a lot of maintenance on city improvements, you're going to lose a lot of money during the anarchy period. Shouldn't last too long, especially in chieftain difficulty. Montreal builds settlers. Okay. So I'm going to build a caravan for now. Yeah, since we have these cities so close together, we're going to have a lot of settlers being bandied about. So we should be able to get our infrastructure for these cities done pretty quickly. Which is a bonus. Okay, year 2000. Okay, let's go to monarchy. Monarchy is actually my least favorite form of government. So the difference is that now all of my units will require one shield to maintain. Let me just make sure that... Oh yeah, Ottawa's not gonna... Why are you doing that? Oh, I guess Winnipeg's taking this square. That's fine. Let's see. Yeah, it's fine. Just want to make sure everybody's sufficient. So, yeah, my production's really going to take a nosedive for a little bit. But, as you can see here, like from Toronto, now these grassland tiles, they're producing 3 food per turn because they're irrigated instead of 2. So, Toronto should grow a little bit quicker. I already changed that for Halifax. That's good. And so yeah, everything costs 1 more. Every unit requires 1 production to maintain, which is kind of a disadvantage. And then I think corruption's a little bit less. I don't know. It might be the same as under despotism. But anyway. And actually, another thing I didn't mention under I think every government type except for democracy and republic is that you have martial law in your cities. So if you start having unhappy people, you can build another unit, military unit, and station it in the city up until 3 units, and each unit will sort of make that unhappy person content again. Okay, so Calgary looks good. Should start growing pretty quickly now. And Regina, let's build a settler for you. But yeah, it's going to take forever to build any more units right now until my cities get a little bit bigger. Okay, we got horseback riding, which gives the cavalry unit. It moves 2 per turn. Other than that, it's pretty weak. It's not really useful. And horseback riding only really leads to chivalry, which produces knights, which are the same attack power movement as chariots, but they have a little bit better defense, which is not great. Okay, let's go with ironworking. So ironworking is the prerequisite for these legion units here. So I can't really build them in my cities right now, unfortunately, but that's fine. Okay. I'm just going to keep building up all of these tiles here. Alright, we finally get iron working. So that will allow the Legion unit, and I can finally build those in my cities. So I'll get bridge building eventually with that. But on this continent here, or this island, we don't have any rivers, so we don't really need bridge building right now. But actually I would like to get bridge building because that eventually will lead to railroad, which I really want. That'll help grow our cities a lot if we can manage to get a good grid of railroads, because that'll boost the amount of food and production that is produced when you work on a tile with railroads. Okay, so I'm going to keep irrigating and building roads. Vancouver builds settlers, and yeah, good, they can support it. It's going to produce up some caravans, even though nothing's really being built in any of these cities, I don't think. You know what, you really need some production, so I'll switch you there. Okay, Vancouver. I think I'm going to get rid of that forest there because we need growth. In Toronto, I'm going to get rid of these swamps. Swamps are pretty useless unless they have oil. Other than that, they just produce one food and nothing else. If you build a road, they won't produce trade. If you irrigate them, they'll become grasslands, which is pretty good. So construction, so we get two things here. The aqueduct, which in Civ 1, once your city size becomes 10, then you will need to build an aqueduct to increase it beyond that. I think in future civilizations, the aqueduct increases beyond size 8. But in here, in this one, it's only size 10, and then there's nothing after the aqueduct. And then Colosseum will also improve happiness in the cities. But I think Colosseums are actually pretty expensive. Let me just check. I think they cost like 2 or 3 gold per turn. 4. But they make 3 unhappy people content. But they are very expensive. What about, yeah, granaries were 1, right? Yeah, they cost 1. And then I said barracks right now, they cost 0, but once we learn gunpowder, if you have any barracks in your cities, they will be obsoleted, so they'll go away. And then after gunpowder, if you build any barracks, they'll cost 1 gold per turn to maintain. And then that'll happen again in another civilization advance, and then after that they'll cost 2 gold per turn to maintain. So one thing to consider if you have barracks in your cities and you're researching gunpowder, you probably want to sell your barracks. You'll get 40 gold for that, and once you learn gunpowder and your barracks are obsolete, they'll just disappear from your city. You won't get any gold for it, so it's kind of a waste. So make sure to sell them. Okay, so bridge building doesn't really lead to anything, but what it does is it allows you to build roads over rivers. We don't have any rivers on our territory right now, but once we start exploring the world a little bit more, we'll see. So what I really want to do is go towards railroad. And, oh cool, I built a caravan. Oh, and I forgot to say the second use of caravans. So caravans can also help towards building world wonders. If you take it to another city that's building a world wonder, then it'll add that production to that city. So I'm going to try to build a trade route, maybe up to Vancouver or something like that. Okay, good. Oh, and another thing I didn't mention is irrigation. If you want to build it, it has to be connected. It has to be adjacent to another tile, either another tile with irrigation or next to a river or an ocean. Like if I wanted to build irrigation right here, I couldn't. What I would have to do is either irrigate here and then here, or here then here, and connect the irrigation to this square. And cities will break that up. So like if I have irrigation here, here, and then the city here, I won't be able to build irrigation here. I would have to irrigate this tile right here and then be able to irrigate that. Okay, but anyways, let's just take our guys up like that. And we get engineering, which I think leads to invention. With literacy, which is what I want to do. But I think we need physics as well. I'm not sure. But actually, once I learn invention, my advisors here will change. Their image will change. I think they'll become more like British monarchy type guys. Let's see. Yeah, I can establish a trade route in Ottawa from Calgary, but I don't want to do that right now. I'm going to take it up to Vancouver. It's actually helpful to build your trade routes overseas and to big cities. That way you'll get more trade from the trade route. But right here, yeah, we get 3 gold. Not a big deal, but if you look in Calgary, it'll say, oh, we're not getting any additional trade. That's not great. Maybe when Vancouver grows a little bit, it'll start producing trade. Oh, shoot, I forgot to change this to a sale. That's my fault. Oh well, we do have access to the seas now that I have a trireme. But I have to make sure that I don't end its turn away from land. Which is kind of a pain. Okay, so Halifax is actually getting pretty big, but that's because I don't have any production. Let's do that so I can build some settlers more quickly. Doesn't look like there's anybody over here. Once these settlers are done, I might be able to take them over and establish a trade route into Vancouver. 3. Do I get any extra trade from here? No! Stupid Vancouver! Come on, you can't trade salmon or something with us? Oh well. Okay, so we learn invention here. So we can build steam engine and gunpowder. And actually, another thing you want to be worried or just concerned about with gunpowder is that once you learn gunpowder, the other civilizations will come for you because they want gunpowder. Because gunpowder produces the musketeer unit, which is actually a pretty powerful defensive unit for cities. Ah, goody hut. Wealthiest. So we're not that wealthy. We're not really focused on money. Yeah. Or last. Too bad. You know what? It might actually be a good idea to take one of these settlers over and sort of maybe establish a city right here. I think that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll take this guy, or just anyone who's ready to go. Okay, so Let's get rid of that jungle there. Yeah, I'll take this guy here. So wait, take that guy aboard, and then go here. Alright, so we learned philosophy. I actually should have been researching... oh, I can get democracy. I'll hold out on that one. I think I'll end the game with democracy. So, and democracy I don't think really leads to anything. So I'm going to skip on that for a while. So let me... Yeah, I think that's a good enough spot for city. Let me just move out a little bit with that settler. Like here. Oh, there's a goody hut. I should actually try that. I could save the game and then get the goody hut. Make sure it's not like barbarians. But it probably, yeah, okay, we got an advanced tribe. That was a good idea. So New Orleans. Let's go with the French theme here and go Quebec City. Just enough room. Okay, that's good. That's a very good spot for city. Okay, so... in my turn there, and then keep exploring this island. I'll go for that goody hut. This doesn't look like a big island. Okay. Okay, so this guy is from where? Canadian... oh, Montreal. Okay. So Montreal's almost actually fully developed. The only thing I can really go for is this grassland and these hills. So I'll focus on mining the hills. Okay, we got physics, which should lead to steam engine with invention, which is good. And yeah, there's no real... there wasn't anything from physics, right? I'm sort of neglecting to check this every so often. I think it just leads to more, yeah. Sort of a gateway advance, I suppose. Okay. Nothing else on this island. Or around this island, even. Okay, cool, more money. Oh, and here are rivers. Yeah, these are rivers. And good thing about rivers is that they naturally give you one trade. So you don't necessarily need roads there. And so let me see. What's the best way to take care of this island? I think I could build a city here and then build a city here. That would probably be the best idea. So let me do that. Oh, and we got some gems here. That's good. Quebec City is taking care of the coal there. Yeah, I think this one would be better there. Actually, where is this settler from? Because Winnipeg, so... okay, Winnipeg would be able to grow a little bit faster now that its settlers will be not needing to be supported anymore. Let's continue improving our path. I like my cave, so... Toronto builds another caravan. Okay. You know what? Let me... yeah, I'll build one more. Maybe I'll take this caravan over to this city here. Quebec City builds a militia. That's good. Let's fortify. And then... let's take our trireme back down. Pick up the... not Baltimore. Let's go with Saskatoon. Saskatoon. Let's see. Do any of these... That's actually a pretty good river. They both. You can't really tell which rivers produce production and which don't. That's the only thing with rivers. But yeah, I want the production right now so I can get settlers out more quickly.